Hey Gemini, this is your oracle reading for November 2021. Gemini, November of 2021. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. Divination of the Ancients message for Gemini, November of 2021. Handwriting, authenticity. Divine Circus message for Gemini, November of 2021. Duke of Shadows. Sacred Rebels message for Gemini, November of 2021. Seeing the True You. Shamanic Medicine message for Gemini, November of 2021. Four-legged endurance. Mystical Shaman message for Gemini, November of 2021. Taming the Wind. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. The dark, it envelops me. The witching hour awaits, true magic and enchantment, and spells that change fates. The middle of the night, midnight, is the hour in which it is believed that ghosts, witches, ghouls, and magic are most likely to be active. Transition times, such as noon, the time between tides, or even dark moon, are traditionally powerful times for magical transformation. In some Christian traditions, the witching hour is seen as 3 a.m. because it is the opposite of the first time that Jesus is said to have died at 3 p.m. But there is some consensus that midnight is the time of greatest magic, particularly around Halloween. As soon as the clock strikes midnight on Halloween, it is said that the spirits flow forward through the veil, and if benevolent, bring positive messages. If not so benevolent, they are mischievous and play tricks at best, or at worst cause havoc. Allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You may feel this is your darkest hour, but know that the light will return again. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Know, too, that it is important to recognize that we all have darkness within us, just as we all have light, and this isn't something to hide from. Handwriting, authenticity. It's time to reveal the real you. You may know yourself, but do you let anyone else know the true you? You may feel desperate to be yourself, but have worn a mask for so long that you are now worried how friends, family, and colleagues will react if you were to stop acting the way they expect you to act. You may have embodied the role of people pleaser or entertainer, trying to be all things to everyone. If you show your true colors, will others treat you differently? Will you lose their respect or even their friendship? Ask yourself these questions and be completely truthful with your answer. Then decide whether you are brave enough to show your authentic face to the world. Shall I still hide the real me? What is it I'm afraid they'll see? Should not my light be owned to shine? Respect and love I own, 'tis mine. Time to stop hiding your light. Stand up for your beliefs. Express your true self. Be an individual. Don't follow the crowd. Time to go it alone. Someone isn't being true to you or to themselves. The ancient Chinese and Sumerians were the first people to understand that an individual's handwriting revealed aspects of their personality in 500 BC. Confucius warned, beware of a man whose writing set sways in a reed in the wind. Today, many people use graphology to gain insights into character traits, and automatic writing is used as a tool for self-discovery of the subconscious mind. Duke of Shadows. Cunningly clever am I, helping you discern the truth from the lie. I remind you that half-truths may seem to be whole, yet in the shadows is information yet to be known. When the time is right, the light shall be bright, and confusion will give way to understanding. The Duke of Shadows brings you an invitation to patience. It is a cautionary card, not to inspire concern, but rather to inspire curiosity. There's more to a situation, person, opportunity, or even an apparent absence of activity or success that meets the eye. You can imagine it being like the universe has another card up its sleeve and yet is yet to show its full hand. The Duke of Shadows indicates that a process has been set in motion, but is under the radar of your awareness. Something is happening, even if that doesn't appear to be the case. But just like a seed starts to grow into a plant deep in the earth, apparently invisible and yet very real, you're being subjected to invisible but real forces of growth and healing at this time. His appearance signifies that the bigger picture of what is happening right now is not fully available to you. It will be in time, but for now, Duke of Shadows reminds you that what you are seeing is not the whole story and is not the final verdict. Because you cannot know what you don't know, you will need to wait for more information to come to you. So if what you see, sense, or feel is negative right now, don't believe it. You are in the time of your life when your perspective will be partial. That is not through some failure on your part. It is just a way of things at various points in the process of bringing dreams and visions to life in the world. Sometimes we're at the top of the mountain and can see where we have come and where we are going very clearly. Other times we are doing the hard yards in the journey and have to keep going through what feels like a dark night where we aren't really sure what we're going or even if we're getting anywhere at all. This is an essential part of the journey that leads us to the top of the mountain and a clear view in due course. The Duke of Shadows tells you two things. Firstly, if you feel like this, keep going because your perspective will soon become a happier and more informed one. Secondly, don't take things at face value at the moment. Things are going to shift and change, and there will be a surprising twist in your life. Though you don't see it coming, another piece of your life puzzle is going to reveal itself soon. It will help solve a difficulty or question you have been holding in your heart. So the first part of the reading is the supportive, grounding, backing, assistance, guidance message. The foundation, okay? So midnight, the most magical hour of all. So November is going to be a magical month. Handwriting, authenticity, being authentic, writing in your journal, writing letters, writing something, emails, whatever. Duke of Shadows. There's something that is not being shown to you. There's something you're not seeing, and maybe you're choosing not to see. Seeing the true you. Sometimes we believe what others tell us we are, as though the self we see reflected back to us through their eyes is true. Yet the accuracy of a reflection depends on the clarity of that which is doing the reflecting. If the receiver forms an opinion about what is perceived, then what is reflected back to us will at best be distorted. It is not necessarily through ill will, it is just the mechanics of the situation. Even the moon reflects the sun in varying degrees in fullness and clarity. We can learn something of the nature of the sun from the moon, but not as much as through the direct perception. This oracle has come to you because you have been putting rather too much faith in the reflections others have of you, to the point that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you are becoming, because you believe too little of yourself. There may be those around you that are able to reflect you more faithfully and even help you see more of your own greatness and beauty. These are the souls blessed with inner stillness. In the clear waters of the ocean of consciousness, you can come to recognize yourself with clear perception. However, there are those who have not tended to their own ocean and are unable to be still enough to generally receive and reflect your light back to you. There is no judgment here. Each takes the path of self-healing that is available and appropriate at any given time. However, to attempt to see the magnificence of a sun in a very partial moon doesn't make too much sense. If you are blessed with those in your life who can show you the beauty within you, wonderful. Even so, this oracle comes to you with a task you are now ready for. You are to begin to develop the art of direct perception. This is the ability to recognize yourself not only in the eyes of others, but from how you feel about yourself, how you experience yourself, and how you observe yourself from within. This is a step towards a radical empowerment that does not require perfection in order for you to recognize you are lovable and have enough to offer. It is empowerment based on the acceptance of all that you are, working with your strengths, tending to your weakness, and being loving, encouraging and nurturing all that you perceive. As you continue on this journey, you will not only see your human self, but the eternal within you. This is a breathtaking experience that opens you up to the creative energy that flows abundantly through all of life. It is an experience that takes great preparation, because we must be strong within our own self-love and acceptance to be able to hold acceptance for all of life. This oracle is nudging you into that preparation. For when you have the experience of truly beholding yourself, all judgment, fear, and doubt will fall away, and you will just know yourself to be sacred. Then you will be asked to embrace the deeper journey of sacred rebellion against judgment and fear, and into passionate creativity and unconditional trust in life. This oracle comes with a special message for you. If you're getting confused about who you are and your motives or actions based on what others are saying or how they are responding to you, step back. In your quest to be a responsible person, you may be unintentionally taking on the feelings of others, making their reflections of you more than they are in truth. More often than not, reflections are more about the state of the reflector than what is being reflected. Let those external perceptions go. Can you just acknowledge yourself? Do so and be free. Four-legged endurance. Animal spirits have walked with you since your birth. They protect, guide, and wish to remind you that you can call upon their medicine at any time. They are offering you the endurance you need to carry on. They might also come to you in the physical form, so look out for visitations from a four-legged such as a cat, dog, deer, or horse. They can turn up at any time with a meaningful message, and it is wise to acknowledge them as well as any four-legged animals that appear from the spirit world. Just because these power of or totem animals aren't in their physical form doesn't mean they don't exist. Their energy lives in the other worlds, and they are very much alive. This card reminds you to ask for assistance and to be open to the animals around you. Hone their energies as they offer you the medicine as a helping hand. Call upon the four-legged friends who can give you the strength required to push forward now. Four-legged ones have always been our faithful friends in animal totems. Within many shamanic traditions, it is believed animal spirits walk with us from the time we are born. Their power, coupled with that of the shaman, is powerful medicine indeed. They aid in self-discovery and are a big part of our lives, seen and unseen. You have a special gift and an affinity with animals. Consider working with animals in some form. Your power animal is waiting to meet you in dreams and through meditation. An animal would benefit from your company and healing work. I'll greet you from the other side. Journey within. Go for a ride. Endurance requires strength. Valor, it comes to you. Hear lions roar. So the second part of the reading is the middle part. What you can do, work on, put your attention to, focus on, put your energy towards. Just literally what you can do, right? Seeing the true you. Supported with midnight. So November is supporting you with seeing your true you and authenticity. And writing's going to help with that. And then you have four-legged friends. There's something in the shadows hiding that you're not aware of and you don't know about. Maybe you're just blind to it, or you're choosing to be blind to it for your experience, spiritual experience. But, being authentic and the animal connections, being true to nature and not man-made stuff. Taming the wind. Hear the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies. For smudging reminds you that the sacred commitment you make to your life. This is a symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and an acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence that influence and animate all life. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with the Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good of all. It's time to clear your energy, be present, and become conscious of how you communicate. This is a good time to write in a journal and put your thoughts into a cohesive form. Perhaps you need to actually do a smudging ceremony in your home or office, creating a sacred space to write about your dreams and desires. Just remember that taming the winds appear as a symbol, and it is time to honor the Great Spirit with reverence and respect. It's time to clean up any misunderstandings with others. Clear the air after disagreements and allow others to share their side of things. You are called now to be a good listener. This is not a time to be right. It's a time for you to understand rather than to be understood. Good things come out of this restraint of tongue and pen. You'll be surprised at how things get resolved when you allow for all sides to have value. Alright, so this is the message from As Above, Heaven, God, Collective Consciousness, Quantum Fields, the big picture, okay? So, as above, so below. Remember, it was talking about handwriting. I don't know how more clear that pretty much connects there. Seeing the true you, four-legged friends helping you, spirit animals, Duke of Shadows. Come on now. What, Gemini? I don't need to say much more. And that was your reading, Gemini, for November of 2021. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next month.